What's going on, guys? Fuller from Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube with Dustin, new face. I don't know when this video came out, if it's before or after the last one that you were in, but either way, Dustin's new. Oh, it's going to come before the other one?
All right, so I'm the new guy. Hi.
Yeah, welcome. Let's jump into it. We got another episode of This or That. Keaton's going to ask us some questions. We're going to answer them.
A Turo Trailblade MT or a Turo Trailblade XT?
Oh.
Oh.
So like the hybrid tire versus the mud tire.
Yeah.
Which one would I pick for my vehicles? I would go with the MT. The XT from a Turo is actually like less aggressive, I think, than some of the other hybrid tires on the market, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, especially for somebody that does primarily on-road driving. But I really like the appearance of the MTs, which is why I would pick the MTs.
See, I'm probably gonna go the other way. I'd pick the XT because I want kind of the best of both worlds there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and honestly, if most of your driving's on the road, like you don't get as much road noise, you don't get as many like vibrations or steering wheel feedback on the XT, so.
Maybe that's just I'm getting old, but you know, 16, you want a lot of road noise. Now it's like,
right.
we can dial that down a little bit. I'm just saying.
What are you, 25?
26, thank you.
Oh, I'll be 25 next month.
Oh, just a little baby.
Just a small little baby.
King Ranch or Longhorn?
Ooh, that's good.
That's a good question. I like that one. I have been a Ford guy for most of my life. My parents had Fords. Cobb's making tires squeal like as much as he possibly can. I've been a Ford fan for a large portion of my life. My parents had Fords. My first vehicle was a Ford, so the King Ranch is pretty slick. I would go with King Ranch.
Yeah.
Or a Platinum. Like, they're both very similar. I was just down in Florida and everybody has a King Ranch down there for some reason. Yeah.
So I would expect it on like Texas, right? Because Texas King Ranch.
Well, of course,
like,
yeah.
You know, but yeah, I would say probably also go King Ranch just for like that interior is so nice. That like that leather, the double stitch.
People either love or hate the tan or brown interiors, and I don't know. I have a like caramel colored interior in my car right now, and I love it. I think it looks great. Some people think it looks terrible.
Especially on like a white vehicle like your car, like a white King Ranch. So good.
White King Ranch. I would even go as far to say the white King Ranch with the two-tone that's got like the tan trim pieces and then the tan interior.
I'm about it.
I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
3-inch lift or 8-inch lift?
Okay, I'm short, so I'm gonna take the 3-inch. As long as it's a good it's like a leveling coilover or something like that, then I would take a 3-inch.
Yeah, I guess it's really dependent on what you're gonna do with it, right? If you're looking for like a daily truck, like 3-inch is probably ideal. If you're looking for a show truck, it's 8-inch all the way because it's go big or go home.
Right.
You know?
Obviously, the bigger you go, the bigger wheel and tire package you can fit too.
Correct.
So that really is a personal preference, I guess.
Correct.
But it's just me on my vehicles, I would run the 3-inch. Because I'm short.
We can get you one of those like rope ladders that falls out.
And I don't have a lot of money, so I have to use a rope ladder because I can't use the powered steps.
Oh yeah.
You know, those are pretty sweet though.
Yeah, they are.
Slam Chevy 3100 or lifted Ford F1?
I think I would go with the Chevy.
Really?
I think when you get a vehicle that old, I think it should probably be closer to the ground for when it falls apart.
All right, that's fair. I'll give you that.
Just kidding. I think it looks really nice when, I don't know, an old school truck like that, lowered, slam, maybe on air, you know, I think that's pretty sweet.
I would go the other way. I'd go lifted F1. Yeah, there's something about like that old school truck, and not like major lift, right? Like 4 maybe, you know, and like 33s. Nothing super aggressive.
Yeah.
But, you know, still.
I'm definitely not mad about that at all.
Yeah.
Because you can, I think, pull off really awesome looks with those old trucks too. I mean, even going as far as like people that make like a monster truck kind of build out of that body style. I don't know. It can look good both ways. Maybe I should pick a lifted one because we're in Wisconsin and our roads suck.
That's true.
I'll go with the Chevy.
06 Duramax or 06 Bulletproof Power Stroke?
Ooh. Ooh, I like this one.
So the issue with the Power Stroke was, when they came out with the 6-liter and it would just blow up on everybody.
The heads would just lift.
But if you had them bulletproofed, then they were bulletproof and they would last forever. I have driven both also, so that plays a factor in there. Brent actually in the shop has a 6.0 in his Excursion.
Ooh.
Thing's sick. I would take a bulletproof 6.0. I'm not scared. I'll jump in.
Yeah, I'm absolutely with you. I had a 6-liter.
Really?
I had an 04.
Yeah.
And there's something about that VGT turbo spool when it's cold.
Oh yeah.
And it just
Is
it sounds like
so
a
good.
jet taking off.
I remember like
So
having
good.
the truck parked in my driveway, and then I'd start it up in the morning. Like obviously it's cold out, and let it run for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You just crank it, and it's just so loud. And then you go inside, and I'm sitting inside my house, like getting my morning coffee ready and stuff like that. And you just hear the.
Yeah, you just hear the
It's
turbo.
like a jet outside.
Correct.
And yeah, they scream, and they sound nice, like under load too. Like getting on it, driving down the street, they sound really nice.
Yeah.
So, 6.0.
Yep.
I feel like we're gonna get some hate for that.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Bring it.
They said bulletproof. Now, non-bulletproof,
Right.
you
In
keep
stock
that.
application. Yeah, it better have really low miles and only
that.
driven to church on Sundays,
Mine
and then
don't.
a couple extra $1,000 in the bank account for when I need to do the bulletproof again.
Correct. If the truck comes with like 10 G's,
Yeah.
I'm good with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Hello, bank. Yes, I need a loan for the car, and then another 10 on top of that.
Correct. For the motor when it inevitably goes. Yeah.
Bonus question.
Oh,
Ooh, bonus question. All right.
Who has the best beard from this or that? Rainey from CO or Coda from FI?
What?
Rainey, like when he actually gets his beard trimmed, it looks really nice.
Correct.
But otherwise, Rainey just looks homeless like all the time.
Just scruff, yeah.
But I mean, I guess Coda's probably a little better than that. I'm gonna go with Coda.
No, I'm going the other way. Even
Yeah, you think
even with
Rainey?
the homeless look, I think it's still, yeah.
I just don't ever like if someone told me if I had never met Dakota before, and then they're like, "This is what he drives. This is what he likes. This is where he works." I'd be like, "Okay, yeah, sure." And then he's gonna walk in the room, and I'd be like,
What?
"Who is that?"
Yeah.
That is not the same guy. The beard doesn't like. I feel like it doesn't match his personality, but it's a good beard.
Correct.
I keep shaving mine and then growing it back and shaving it.
I trimmed mine
You
up.
got quite a
I
bit
trimmed mine
going
up
on.
yesterday. I
Yeah.
put a little shape back in it. Otherwise, it gets all like
Dustin
square.
has entered the ring. So that's another episode of This or That. If you guys have any questions that you want us to answer, or you like Dustin or you don't like Dustin, you can obviously let us know in the comments below, and we'll kick him off the stool and kick him out of the show.
Damn.
Peace.